Jeremy, was it a different feeling today being the number one guy starting off?
Yes, sir. I mean, it felt good knowing that I was going to be the first person to get the first snap of the day. And I just brought a lot of energy today so my teammates could follow me. And it felt real good.
Jeremy looked good physically. You feel like you had a good offseason workout?
I did. Actually, I gained almost like 10 pounds, so I'm like at 240. So I feel good. I feel much stronger and faster. And I had a great offseason.
Coach Malzahn was talking about, you're not Nick Marshall, obviously, but you can run. We haven't necessarily seen that a lot, but what can you do as a runner if needed, and what do you expect?
As a runner, like I said, I'm a downhill runner, the power read instead of the read option, which I'm going to do both. But I can also use my feet if I have to, if the pocket break down, and make plays.
But you feel more comfortable just being able to stand back there and pick and choose your receivers? You think that's just your strength and how this offense is going to change a little bit?
Yeah, it's my strength, and the offense is going to pretty much stay the same, balanced up, running and throwing. But I feel really good about sitting back, making throws, but I'll run if I have to.
What did it mean to you to hear back in December that Duke was going to be back and be that target for you?
I mean, it really wasn't a big surprise to me because me and him already talked about it. It's just a matter of him time just making his decision. But I already knew. And we talked about that before the season even came around about him coming back. So, I mean, it's a good thing, and we're gonna do a lot together.
Did you try to influence him to come back?
Not at all. I just asked him, was he gonna come back and was he gonna come back? But he never told me until like midway through the season that he was gonna come back. And after that, it was just,
Jerry, how hard were the last 2 years coming in as a big time recruit that happened to wait?
I mean, it was tough, but I look at it as a humbling experience, and it made me grow and mature over the past 2 years. And like I did for the past 2 years, I supported Nick, and I enjoy watching him play every snap here. And a guy got a plan for everybody, and that was his plan for me to sit out. And now that my time is here, I'm looking to win the starting job and be the man.
What do you see from the other guys that make the gifts?
All the guys are good. Tyler, Sean, and Jason, all of them can make the same throws I can make, and some more athletic than me, but I'm just going to compete and try to win the starting job.
Did any of the younger receivers impress you today? I mean, obviously you know a lot about Duke and St. and Ricardo and some of those guys, but if any of the other ones?
Yes, Tony Stevens made big plays, and also Marcus Davis and Myron Burton. Those three guys are young, but they are coming along well. And they all just rotating in different positions to see how we're gonna fit all of them in the offense, and they all did good today.
Nick said a couple weeks ago he thinks Tony Stevens is going to be the guy that everybody that he surprises. What do you think of that, and why do you think Tony's capable of doing that?
Tony's he's still maturing a little more, and he's 6'4", and he can run, he can catch, and he can make plays. He had to sit out because Sam was in his position. He had to sit out. So now that his time is here, he gonna do big things for us, and he's just a great athlete.
Having a chance to have a couple of starts and to play a little bit, how much does that help to you now that you're preparing for your role, just to have some experience?
It helped me a lot. It gave me a lot of confidence, mainly that first game last season, knowing I could go out and be able to play against the SEC team and perform the way I did, because people say I didn't play nobody when I was a freshman, but as you can see, the first game went well, and that just gave me more confidence. I believe that I could play against anybody.
You said you love watching Nick, but as a competitor, did it wear on you a little bit when you get that first start and then the rest of the season? Obviously, you're just not getting out there. In the last half of the season, we barely saw you at all.
I mean, it really wasn't no big deal. It was just that was my role, and whenever I was called upon, I was ready. And even if I didn't play, I was gonna be the biggest cheerleader for them and for my teammates. So it really didn't affect me. Just like I said, it was a humbling experience.
Jeremy, what are your goals for this spring beyond building more chemistry and getting more and more comfortable? Just do you have specific goals for spring?
My specific goal this spring is to win the starting job first, and then become a leader and build team chemistry. Because it's a new team, new players, new coaching staff. So I'm looking forward to bring everybody into where, like, if I say we're gonna move right, the whole team move right. And that's the type of leadership I'm trying to become, type of leader I'm trying to become for the team.
How much fun is that role for you to step into that and be a leader and be that guy that kind of rallies everybody?
I mean, it feels great. And being a quarterback, you have to be that leader to where your teammates gonna follow you no matter what. Like I said, I gotta be able to look to the right of me and be able to say that, can I trust that person? And that's what we're trying to get as a team, as a unit. And we all got high standards for each other, so it's gonna be fun.
Getting to this point, obviously, I'm sure it's been a goal of yours for a long time. Is there a special feeling that, okay, now my time has finally come?
Yes, I mean, it feels great. And like I said, I'm just trying to become a leader first to where my team can follow me. And then, but mainly my goal is to win a national championship, to be honest with you.
And so you're kind of working with Austin and kind of on that held in there. What are you seeing out of him already at center?
He's great, and me and Austin knew each other since high school, and that part of all my linemen is my favorite. I love all my linemen, but that's like one of my closest linemen because he's the center, and I've been knowing him for a while, and he's gonna be great at center, and he, as you know, he can play any other position that's on the offensive line.
Jeremy, how difficult is that because obviously Xavier for the moment is also getting first team reps at center, but you're trying to develop chemistry with two guys at the same time, whereas before it's been Reese for a long time.
Xavier doing great as well, and they both just rotate in with the first team, so I'm kind of just adjusting to how they snap and where I need to adjust my alignment to how they snap. But both of them doing great so far as of today, and they're good centers.
Jeremy, do you miss basketball at all?
I mean,
When you were really good.
yeah, I do miss basketball, but I put that aside when I first got to college.
What's it like having all these new faces on the offense? Does it worry you at all about the offense moving forward? I know, every position really, there's some new guys trying to step in and win jobs.
I mean, it's pretty much the same people. We didn't really lose that much on the offensive line, and we lost like 2 receivers, and then we lost all the running backs. But I mean, I feel good about where we are right now. Today we just got the rough off us, and we're looking forward moving forward.
Who's among that core group that you count on to help you with leadership? And is there any specific moment you can sense them stepping up for you or behind you or anything like that you've really liked here the last 6 months or so since the end of the season?
I'd say Austin, one of them. Then we got Chris Frost, and we got Casanova and Jay Jones, and some of the guys on defense. But right now, we all just trying to build that team chemistry, and we still sorting out leaders on both sides of the ball, and we're gonna just move forward from there.
Is there anybody on offense you can turn to and know that they can handle their business and maybe help out with some other things too?
Everybody on offense. We all hold each other to a high standard, so it's not a specific person. It's just we all hold each other to a high standard, and that's all.
How is it difficult at all to be the spotlight you're under? Anything you do, people are going to see, or people are going to know. How much pressure is that on you to make sure that you don't do something that causes problems?
It's a lot of pressure, but you gotta, you can't post certain things or say certain things because your image is different for somebody else. And then from that standpoint, I don't even too much post things that even just might even make the headlines. So I stay out of the way, and I just stay kind of like in the background.
Jeremy, I say you posted a picture of you and Tony and I think Jason Smith, a couple other guys you're working with, throwing with a couple weeks ago. Were you throwing to Jason among that group?
Yeah, me and Jason actually throw and he catch, and he probably one of the most athletic players on our team.
So he worked the wide receiver obviously before going back to JUCO and everything. I know he's getting a shot at quarterback, but you say you want to win the job. Do you even consider this that big a competition where, I mean, you're throwing to him, you can be a wide receiver, he's working on punt returns. Do you really see this as that big a competition right now?
Yeah, it's a competition, and they all pushing me each and every quarterback. So I'm not looking at it as I'm the starter or going to be winning the starting job. I'm just still competing.
Jeremy, how much pressure does it kind of take off your shoulders knowing that you have a guy like Duke, who's arguably, maybe the best receiver in the country coming back that you can throw to?
Yeah. I just smile because he's incredible. And today we've been working on his timing route, And to be honest, we completed every pass to him, I completed to him. So I could trust him because I know he gonna catch it. And that's just for any receiver.
What can you do that Nick couldn't do in this offense?
Me and Nick could do the same thing. It ain't really no difference or similarity. We both got our strengths and our weaknesses. And as people try to doubt his throwing, but against Alabama, he threw 456 yards. So that should tell you a lot.
Jeremy, what do you think the team is after last year, the way you finished last year, a lot of those losses? Where do you think the team's kind of mindset is, and what's your role in trying to kind of move them on and start the year?
Our mindset is getting back to the basic and playing Auburn football, being mental and physically tough. And we just got to take each game one by one, and we can't expect to win. We just got to go. We got to play everybody to our fullest potential, and that's how.
Jeremy, when Cap was up here last year, he kind of would get frustrated that he was always kind of pegged as the power guy, whereas Corey was the speed guy. Do you kind of feel like people have pegged you as just the thrower, whereas when Nick was here, he was more of a runner? Does that frustrate you at all?
I mean, it don't frustrate me because, like you said, no one hasn't seen me run yet, so I can't really do nothing about that, the picking part.
With all the guys you guys are trying to replace on offense, do you feel like this offense can kind of pick up where it left off the last few years?
The offense is going to be just fine. Like I said, we didn't really lose but like 4 guys and then our running backs. But as a skill standpoint, we in good shape right now, and I feel really good about our offense.
Do you feel like people will be surprised at how good of a runner you are once you finally get to do that a little bit?
The ones who haven't seen me run probably be surprised, but the ones who did see me run before, they won't be surprised.